That stayed with me. So I just want to recognize all of you who create or support the stories that do just that. Provide extraordinary talent, the opportunities that lead to nights like this one. While there's still a long way to go to address the opportunity gap, this year tells us what we all want to see, that we all want to see content that is in dialogue with the real world. And that when outstanding inclusive content is greenlit and then given the budget and support required for success, Academy members will find it and reward it. I agree. The Academy is committed to supporting an industry that represents the diversity of its audience, from convening industry-wide conversations that drive inclusion, to nurturing rising talent, to supporting aspiring professionals through programs like the Bob Bennett Future Leaders, named in the honor of legendary television executive Robert M. Bennett. Today, our Academy is stronger than ever. As of tonight, we are 25,829 members. That's the largest the Academy has ever been. And I celebrate each of you. And now, to present the Television Academy Governor's Award, please welcome Joshua Jackson and Emmy nominee Matt Bomer.
This song. It's our pleasure tonight to pay tribute to a true television icon, and most importantly, a mentor and a friend. I've looked to Greg Berlanti as an inspiration both as an artist and as a person, and collaborating with him is a reminder that not only is he a talent of the highest caliber, he's also one of the good guys.
TV history was made on Dawson's Creek, as Greg was the first writer-producer to show a gay kiss on primetime between two teenagers, and that was back in 2000. I remember being so proud, thank you again, to be part of that show, and at the same time, I didn't understand how big it was. Greg gave us a beautiful, relatable, and yes, the first portrait of a gay teen who acted on his desires with the same anxiety everyone has over their first kiss.
Yes, it was a huge moment. But then again, Greg has always given us big moments, ones that challenge us to be better versions of ourselves.
And like all visionary producers, he is one step ahead of the audience with his shows. He opens the door, and as we go through, we realize we are more comfortable with characters having real-life experiences than we ever could have imagined.
Beyond his incredible work in film and television, Greg is a philanthropist whose benevolence knows no bounds. His Berlanti Family Foundation has given generously to cancer research, LGBTQ+ organizations, and during Hollywood's recent labor strikes, donated nearly $1 million to those affected. In everything he does, his impact on the LGBTQ community, on our industry, and on humanity is immeasurable.
A prolific showrunner with over 45 shows and a record-breaking 20 scripted series on TV at once, Greg Berlanti's journey to this stage began in 1998 when he joined Dawson's Creek as a writer. From there, he went on to create and shepherd some of the most iconic series of the past quarter century. Brothers and Sisters, Everwood, Political Animals, Arrow, The Flash, The Flight Attendant, Riverdale, All American, You, and Found. Along the way, he has used his platform and his commitment to the LGBTQ community to break new ground. Introducing the first gay kiss, the first gay marriage, and the first transgender superhero while championing diversity. He's a writer and director, a producer and philanthropist whose causes include the F Cancer Gala, the Giving Spirit, MPTF, and the Entertainment Community Fund. Named one of Time Magazine's 100 most influential people in the world, honored for his powerful impact on entertainment and culture.
And cut, great, print that.
Trailblazer, visionary, television legend, Greg Berlanti.
We are honored to present the 2024 Governor's Award to Greg Berlanti.
Please sit. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, gentlemen, not just for your kind words, but your incredible friendship and talent through the years. Thank you, Chris Abrego and the Board of Governors, for this deeply humbling honor of a lifetime, an opportunity of a lifetime to express my gratitude. First, to everyone at home who's watched our shows, there is no thank you that would ever be enough. I wanted to be a part of television even before I knew how that was possible. Like so many Gen X kids in the 70s and 80s, the one color TV our family could afford was on around the clock in our house, and I watched and loved all of it. Now, there wasn't a lot of gay characters on television back then, and I was a closeted gay kid, and it's hard to describe how lonely that was at the time. There was no internet to connect with other queer kids, no LGBTQ plus advocacy groups in schools. Back then, the only way to tell if another kid might be gay was if he also watched Dynasty, Dallas, and could name all 4 of the Golden Girls. It's true. Then the initial reports of AIDS started showing up on the news, and for the first time in my life, I saw openly gay men on television. Too many were dying, but they were also in the streets. Men holding hands with other men, marching and fighting for their lives, and they gave me hope that I might one day have their courage to come out and share my truth with the world. The other thing that happened because of a television was that I announced to my family the first TV creator I wanted to be, Jim Henson. And my mom got business cards made up that said Greg Berlanti, puppeteer, and she put these cards all around town. And I started doing puppet shows for kids' birthdays. But that was it. Someone believed in me, that I could tell stories for a living. It's why I'm so appreciative of this honor. It won't remind me of a single show, but instead will remind me of all the people, like my mom, whose shoulders I rode in on tonight. Too many to mention. All the teachers and friends and representatives and executives across the years, actors and crews who made real the worlds we dreamt up, and I'll remember all the writers I dreamt those worlds up with. It will remind me of my Warner Brothers TV family that's given me a home from my beginnings, led by the great Peter Roth, to our amazing leaders today, Channing Dungey and David Zaslav, and my seatmates this evening, who stand in for all the other coworkers and family who made this moment possible. The amazing Carl Ogawa, my producing partner, the incomparable Sarah Schechter, my loving sister Dina and my father Gene are here. My dad was a businessman his whole life, and yet he made me study theater in college because he knew it's what I loved. Lastly, my soulmate, my husband, Robbie Rogers, who's not just here for me, but because he produced The Fellow Travelers, which everyone should watch. It's amazing. And when I think about it, to have traveled that distance from that scared kid years ago to this stage with my husband in the audience and our 2 beautiful children, Caleb and Mia, watching at home, go to bed as soon as this is over. When I think about how much the world had to change to make the life I'm living now possible, even in hindsight, it's unimaginable to me. Sadly, the one person who did imagine this night first is not here to celebrate it with us. We lost my mom several years ago to cancer, but the belief she had in me still lingers on long after she's gone. That's how powerful belief is. And her belief travels through me and out to all of the kids out there who today may feel alone or other or scared to share their truth with the world. If my mom were here, she would want you to know that you are loved and you are worthy and you have a story to tell, and we need those stories now more than ever. And she believes in you, and I do too. So hurry up and get here. Until then, from the bottom of my heart, thank you all very much.
Up next, TV coaches Jane Lynch and Brendan Hunt team up to present an award. And stay tuned for a special performance by Jelly Roll. Then later, we're joined by 3 of your